Hello, my crafty friends. This is Lori, Girl on the Ridge. It's been a while. Went back to making my grungy junk journals. I have to say, out of all the ones that I do make, I love these. These are my favorite. So what I have here is a 9 by 4.5 Traveler's Notebook style. It's very thick. It has 80 pages front to back. Just a seam binding closure. And I'll take that off and it'll pop open. This one is named Diana. And there's a lot of vintage lace on this one. And there's just some muslin and then a little envelope. This is a young girl who had the love of her life had to go off to war. So this was handed down to her granddaughter, who was also named after her, young Diana. So through the years, we'll go through this, young Diana had heard that her grandmother had her first true love that wasn't her grandfather. So she was very curious. So she's hoping this book will give her the answers that she wants, because back then nobody talked about it. So she would discover what her grandmother was like in this book. Her grandmother, she heard that she liked to go to a lot of beautiful parties, and this was one of her combs. Again, this is only in my imagination. I used Tsunami Rose, Charming Fragments, and I believe Life of Bloom Part 2, and then a lot of others. This is a lot of sewing. I did tons of sewing. I did gessoing on the pages. I did script stamping. I just had a lot of fun with it. And she was excited to see the envelope, but in it there was no letter that the young Diana was looking for. And she said that it was her grandmother that probably went to school in the little one-room schoolhouses. And again, I made a lot of little pocket, material pockets. And little tabs throughout. This paper was so pretty. And just a bunch, some of it's Dreams, etc., Artie Mays, Nectar Creations. There's quite a variety. And again, I did some stampings, just some fun. This was one of my library cards. A cute little girl, a little tuck spot there, and a little book. And it goes in this way. And some more tags. And what her grandmother would probably do, and the flowers that she collected. She heard a lot of stories over the years. She knew her grandmother. But young Diana was probably about 14, 15 when she passed away. And it was a die cut. It was a Sue Wilson die cut. And more of the tab paper. And these were the tickets that her grandmother had traveled around her trunk. And again, I just ripped a lot of paper, heavily coffee stained it. Just lots of tabs. This was really fun. And some more tickets and tags that young Diana was searching for. And she knew her grandmother loved flowers and butterflies. And obviously roses were her favorite. And there were some little postcards, but not the information young Diana was looking for. A little library card. And this is coffee filter. And more gessoing on the paper. And script stamping. I love the feel of the gesso. Another little tag, roses that her grandmother collected. And butterflies and a little ripped piece of note. And purple was one of her grandmother's favorite colors. And her grandmother had some beautiful dresses. And there's just a little tuck spot there, and there's another little note with a paper clip, and there's another one of the pretty combs. This is his pink distressed, I think it was Tim Holtz glitter that I put on there. Another little booklet to write some notes on, and then another little tag. And another little tag in there with some more material. And some ripped paper. And she does remember her grandmother talking about these awesome, beautiful parties that she went to. And they were all these fancy cakes. So there's a tuck spot under the banner. And then under the little pocket, there are some writing spots. And then here. But young Diana still could not find any letters. And there's a little tuck spot here. This little flip up. There's some little girls and a little boy too. And a library card. And she's seen another envelope, but nothing. It's a little spot for writing. A little tuck spot there. It was her grandmother when she was a little girl. A little postcard. In this paper, she remembers her grandmother saying she was so upset that she hadn't heard from her one true love at the time, but then she caught herself and she had ripped the paper, but young Diana couldn't remember anything else about that. So she was that held a key to her heart. And then here was another little note. And there's just a little guest check in there. And there's 80 pages front to back. And here's just a bunch of places to journal. And this is an envelope I had made out of an old money card that I had found. And just kind of made a template. So Diana was getting to the end of this book, and she was not finding her answer. There's another little handmade is best little booklet. So young Diana had a little fit, and that's the back page. And I just left this as a Mod Podged and inked over. And when young Diana kind of threw the book out of the cover, she's seen something, and there were the hidden letters. Not only were they letters from her young love, he had tragically died in the war, but the young man that delivered these are actually Artie Mae's, Nectar Creations, Letters to Rose. Actually, these letters were delivered by a young man who, in turn, actually fell in love with Diana, and that would later be young Diana's grandfather. So that was the story of the letters. So you can tuck whatever you want behind that. So this is listed in my Etsy, and I do have another one, and I do have fun making these. So thank you for watching and joining me, and we'll see you real soon. Bye.